Welcome to the world of you and I.
Morning, everyone. People online, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you. So, okay, good morning, everyone. So, welcome to our demo for this machine learning course that we have specially designed for freshers. When I say freshers, it means people who have little or almost no exposure to machine learning, which includes people coming from different background, not just engineering or mathematics. So, and also applies to fresh graduates. Okay. So before we get started with this details about this course, let me quickly start with a quick introduction about myself. So my name is Mukesh Kumar, and I've been in IT for around 17 years. And currently, I work as a principal AI/ML engineer for one of the reputed organization. And I currently lead NLP and DL horizon, the verticals as you would call it. So basically, there are multiple projects fall in that vertical, and in DL related projects, what we do is basically we either build a model from scratch. So deep learning models, basically the work that is involved is mostly about object identification and mostly related to the CCTV, object identification stuff. And that on the NLP vertical, there are many projects. Like most of the organizations these days, what they're doing is they're adding what you call voice assistant to their existing products. So across organizations, this is happening. So this is another initiative that I'm leading across the organization. So that's a pretty quick introduction about myself. So coming to the course, so this is a quick overview of the course, and we will look at each and every module in detail in the coming slides. And what I want to highlight here is the caption project and the interview preparation module that we have. So this caption project, so this particular course has been designed with feedback from our senior faculty, faculty who have been in IT for more than 2.5 decades. Can you turn up the fan? Can you turn that on? Before I move further, everybody is able to hear me, right? People online, can you just confirm? Is there any issue with the audio?
No, it is good.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so this course has been specially designed for freshers and with special inputs from our senior faculty members. And this is why we have this caption project. So caption project is basically an opportunity for you to apply all your theoretical knowledge in solving a real-time industry problem. Okay, so whatever you will be learning across this during this course, you will get an opportunity to choose a real-time industry problem and our ML. So we'll talk a lot about it in coming slides. And if you look out in the market also, people for this kind of a course, right, for 4 or 5 months of a course, nobody offers a caption project. And I also wanted to stress upon this interview preparation module. So basically, this has also been included based on the feedback from our senior faculty members who have been interviewing data science graduates for quite a long time, more than 10 years. And so we'll talk about this in a detail. Now let's move on. Uh, So before we actually get into the details about the course, just want to stress upon the importance of machine learning and how machine learning is becoming a part of our daily lives. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mute myself for a while because I'm going to play a video. The audio may not be audible to everybody, so I'll just voice over while the video is playing. Okay, so as we know, artificial intelligence and machine learning is finding its way in every field these days, and whether it be gaming, construction, education, military, agriculture, banking, or these are just a few to name, and it's actually getting integrated in every single product these days. So just to give you a few examples here, I have a video that I'm going to play. So the first application is maps and navigation. Earlier, it used to be like if you want to go from point A to point B, you used to get a direction. But these days, there's also optimization algorithms, ML algorithms that are running in background that give you real-time shortcuts based on the traffic, the congestion on the road. Okay, so we have advanced ML algorithms that are running in background that allow you to navigate from point A to point B in the shortest possible time. Okay, and so that is how the ML applications are increasing day by day. They are finding ways into our day-to-day life. Second one is smart cars, and smart car is not something that is about to happen. It's already happening. Tesla has been implementing this, and it's partially working. And maybe in a couple of years down the line, you will see transportation going driverless. And this is also a very good example of machine learning algorithms in play. We'll talk a lot about this in the coming slides, but this is one of the biggest example where you have ML algorithms and other sensors like ultrasonic sensors or live video capturing is going on, and your ML algorithm is processing everything. Third one that we don't even realize we're using is day-to-day chats and the digital marketing stuff and all, right? So when you're chatting over WhatsApp, you're getting suggestions and all, or when you're consuming your online content like movies and all, you're getting suggestions. So these are all a very good example of machine learning again. So there are endless opportunities and applications for ML one can think of. We will be talking about those in the coming slides. Facial recognition is a very good example again, where even on the airports these days we see a lot of facial recognition, and even on your phone, when you unlock your phone, there is an ML algorithm running in the background. So somebody is scribbling. I have to get rid of this scribbling. Yeah, so facial recognition is one thing. These are a few examples that I think everybody can easily relate to. Let me just clear this annotation. Whoever did it by mistake, please stop doing it. So yeah, now that we have understood the numerous application of machine learning, this is just a data that I grabbed from a very reputed website. Even if you just Google it, you will get numbers which are better than this. This is a slightly old data, and this shows the amount of market artificial intelligence will have in the coming years. And you can see it's exponentially growing here. And every technology, whether it's Java, Python, PHP, any technology, it goes through an initial phase. And right now, I believe that this AI/ML is at that initial phase where the demand is exponentially high, and people don't know the technology; they are still catching up. And that is the initial phase where the demand for the professional is very high. The number of jobs, the vacancies are very high, but there are not enough people, skilled people who understand the technology to fill in the jobs. And every technology has gone through this initial phase, whether it was Java or Python. After some point, people catch up to the technology, and there are more number of professionals than actual vacancies. So this is the initial phase, and it is going to stay for like this for next 2-3 years, wherein the demand for AI/ML will be very high. It will outnumber the number of skilled people. So we'll have less number of people who know AI/ML and more number of vacancies. So people who are getting upgrading themselves and getting acquainted with these kind of technologies, they will be the people who will get hired for more package. They will be getting what they demand, because at this point the number of opportunities are more, and professionals who can actually understand the technology is less. And after some time, maybe after 2-3 years, it will be quite it will flip the other way around. Number of people who know the technology will be more, and number of vacancies will be less. So then you will have more people available for one single opportunity. So the amount of package that are going to be offered for that opportunity will be quite less. So I think we are very fortunate to be in this time, and this is the right time to upgrade if you are looking to upgrade to this AI/ML technology, because in the next 2-3 years you will be in a position to actually demand for a package, or even if you, let us say you get into a job today, you can just get an experience for maybe a year or so, and you can switch and get a very high package. That is the kind of market right now you have for this AI/ML technology, and it is going to be like this only for next 2-3 years, because in next 2-3 years you will see people. If you look around yourself, you see everybody is upgrading, even whether it is your friend or your colleague or your somebody who is already working in a job. Everybody is upgrading and trying to understand what is ML, what is AI, trying to learn to you know uh, grab the opportunity which are available right now. So this is a golden period that is going to be available for next 2-3 years, wherein you can upgrade and grab the opportunity, and probably be in that band where you can enjoy that high package right now.
Interrupt, does the demo recording the data science or the AI/ML?
Yeah, basically, so when you talk about AI or ML, right? So ML is basically a subfield of AI. Machine learning is a subfield of AI. AI is a bigger umbrella under which you have ML, deep learning, NLP. So anything that has to do with teaching machines, uh, doing intelligence thing that otherwise humans can do, that falls under artificial intelligence. Okay, and ML is basically a subfield of artificial intelligence where you learn to build algorithms that can actually teach machine learning to machines. Okay, so ML is a subpart. So AI ML, in a way, they can be interchangeably used. Okay, at this point, you can understand that both are same, but specifically, ML is a subfield of AI. Okay, so this demo is about a course that we have developed for freshers, and we will be talking in detail about the course in the coming slide, and it includes both AI and ML. Okay. I hope I answered your question. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so just giving you some more examples here. In very near future, you are going to see this driverless transportation system where AI is going to take over. And let's take a look at some other examples from some other fields here. AI. Okay, somebody's again scribbling, so let me just. Okay. So this healthcare is another very uh, good domain where AI is actually doing stuff that humans can't do. And very relevant example for this would be a COVID case. We have all gone through this 2 years back. And a very specific case that I want to bring up here is when the chest X-rays was done for COVID patient, right? So there, for the doctors, there was no way to actually clearly identify or make a distinction between a chest X-ray of a COVID and a non-COVID person, whether a person has a pneumonia or any other respiratory infection. So the chest X-ray of both the people looks same. Eventually, researchers came up with ML models that could actually do differentiation between these chest X-rays. So this is a very good example of where AI ML can actually take lead and do stuff that even not possible for humans. Okay, and this is not just one example. There are many other examples in the field of AI ML. I mean, in the healthcare domain where AI ML is taking over and solving problems that humans have not been able to solve for quite a long time. Okay, not just in this field, but let me show you some other examples. So this is another example: digital marketing, whether it is related to your Netflix or Amazon, where you are on daily basis, you are customers are consuming different kind of data like. If you're watching action movies, you are going to get recommendations for related to your action movies. If a customer is watching movies related to, let us say, comedy genre, he will only receive uh, notifications or suggestions based on his interest, only for comedy movies. So how all this is happening? There's a machine learning model running in the background on Netflix server that is doing all this filtering and clustering of the customer based on their taste and preferences, and suggesting the kind of content that the customer might be interested in. This helps Netflix to actually retain customer. You're very likely to actually renew their subscription if you are getting uh, uh, the content notification that you are more interested in. Okay, so that is how your AIML can actually help in retaining the customer also. A very good example otherwise is a Zomato or Swiggy. Earlier we used to actually, whenever there is a issue with our order, we used to actually call their customer care. But these days there is no customer care. They have actually deployed AIML chatbots who have taken place of these customer care centers. Not just this Swiggy or Zomato, they even the Vodafone, Airtel customer care. These days there is no customer care job at all. People, there used to be a night shift, 24/7. There used to be a customer care job, which has been completely replaced by AIML. Right now, we have chatbots on Swiggy or Zomato. You must have experienced yourself, or on Amazon or Flipkart. Whenever there is an issue with your order, you just chat with a chatbot, and your issue is more or less resolved. Okay, and there's also email and uh, other stuff like chat applications, Facebooks. So in email, like these days, whenever you get an email, there is a AIML model running in the background that reads your email, and it comes up with a reply. You might want to reply with this. So you might have seen, if you are using any kind of Outlook or any Google Gmail or anything. These days you will see suggestions whenever you open an email. At the bottom you will see suggestions with a reply. So how it is happening? AIML model is running in the background, which is deployed on the Gmail server, which is continuously reading your emails and coming up with a suggestions. So these are your NLP models, natural language processing models, that you will be learning as part of your this course. Okay. So the reason why I brought up these examples of various domains is just to show you that how AIML or ML or AI, whatever you call it, is spreading like a wildfire. It is finding its way in some way, shape, or form in all kind of applications that you are dealing with on day-to-day basis. Whether it is WhatsApp, email, even your mobile, or your websites. You can create your websites right out of box with the help of your AI/ML based online platforms. Okay, so all this means only one thing, that there are going to be a lot of job opportunities for people who are skilled, who are ready to upgrade to this AI/ML skill set. Okay, so the people who are going to get upgrade themselves are the people who are going to get hired. Okay, and as you can see, in the coming years, we are going to have a lot of more opportunities as we get more and more opportunities, or as AI/ML penetrates into more and more products. Okay. Now that we understand the scope of the AI/ML, the kind of opportunity that is generating these days, let's dive into the course itself and try to understand what you're going to actually get in this course that we have designed for freshers. Okay. So this is a very high level view of the entire course, and there are 6 modules, and this is not an exhaustive list of topics that we'll be going through in this course, but a very high level overview. So we start with the foundation, where you will learn Python. There are other stuff other than Python that we'll talk about in the coming slides when it comes to foundation. Okay, so we will actually equip you with all the basics that you will require in order to get started with machine learning. Okay, so here you will learn the tools and the toolbox that you will need in order to actually handle the algorithms, develop the algorithms. Okay, so you learn Python, visualization tools, and statistics and probability. And once you are ready with all these basic tools and all, then you will be starting with a module 2, where you will actually use these tools that you have learned in foundation level to actually build models, okay, for solving different kind of problems. Okay, so there are different topics like supervised learning, ensemble techniques, unsupervised learning, recommendation systems, feature engineering, tuning the model that you are building, selecting the right model and tuning the performance of the model. That all you will be learning here in the module 2. Module 3 will be about deep learning, where you will learn neural networks. Neural network is again a specialized type of machine learning, which again falls in AI itself, where you will be learning how neural networks work and what are deep neural networks. And these are basically neural networks are designed based on they are actually they try to mimic human brain, the way human brain learns to understand images, videos, or the environment around around itself. Neural network also do the same thing, but in a uh, artificial. Okay, so you will learn all about this here, and then once you know deep learning, then you will then we'll teach you this vision. Vision is all about uh, adding a vision capability to your machines, where machines can see, like it can see around, and understand what is inside an image, or what is inside a text, how to understand text and all that, or how to understand a video. Okay, so you'll be learning how to do object detection, semantic segmentation, or how to process a video and identify people inside video, or any building inside video and all that stuff. So all your vision related stuff you will be learning here. And after that you will have NLP, natural language processing. Basically this is again a subfield of AI, where you will specifically teach machines to understand natural language. Natural language is nothing but the language that humans use to interact, whether it is English, French, or any other language, Hindi, English, French, or maybe different other British English or other English, all kind of different languages that we use around the globe. Okay, and so we will be teaching machines to understand this, and basically a very good example of this is Alexa, where you can talk to Alexa in natural language, English or French or any other language, and it will also reply back in the same language. So all that you'll be learning here, how to build that kind of models and make machines understand, natural language, whether it is a verbal natural language or written language. Okay. It can be English, it can be Hindi, it can be Telugu, it can be any written language or verbal language. Okay. And then there is this model caption that we have talked about. This is where if you go out in market and look at what competitors are offering, you will not find this caption project. So this is where you can choose a real-time industry problem, and our mentors will guide you through to solve that machine learning real-time industry problem. And this is basically a 2-3 months of uh, project. It's called Caption project, where you will be taking up an industry problem, and all the theory that you have learned in these 5 modules will be applied during this. Okay, we'll see a bit more about this in detail in the coming slides. So any doubt so far, guys, people online, if you have any doubt about this anywhere, any generic doubt, please uh, unmute yourself, or you can put it in the chat section. I'll just pause here for 10 seconds, and then we'll move ahead with the next slide. Okay, no doubts. Let's move on. So next is this. These are the free course. So because this course is designed only for freshers, especially for freshers. So we understand that people who are coming from different non-programming background, maybe from commerce background or any other background, may not directly understand what is data, because here in data science we deal with data. Okay, everything starts from data. Data might come from your SQL DB or any other kind of DB, in general DBs, okay, or Excel sheet. So we will be giving you these complementary courses so that you will have that foundation built. These will be a parallel courses free of charge. This will help you understand the basics, the foundation of programming. So there is also a Python course which is not mentioned here. You will also get a complimentary Python course, which is a 1-month free course that will allow you to, for especially for non-programming background people, will allow you to understand what is programming. And once you understand programming, it will help you in solving the data science stuff. And most of the data that you get in the data science world come from DB. So you will also get a clear understanding of how to deal with different kind of data in SQL data and SQL DB. And also most of your data comes in Excel sheet or different kind of different format of Excel. So you will also get an understanding of this. This is again a 1-month course again. And then there is Power BI, because there is a high demand of Power BI in any kind of opening that you just go on any job portal. You will see Power BI mentioned everywhere. So this is included for that. Okay. So this is on a very high level. These are all the most important tools that you will come across data science, this course, or as a whole, any data science or machine learning project. So we have made sure that all the tools that are being asked across different job openings, we have gone through all the job openings and made sure that all the tools that have been asked, they are covered here. So these are just on a high level, most important ones, but this is not an exhaustive list, but you will be learning a lot more than this. So this is the duration and the format of the course. It is a 5 months course, but actually there is a 1-month grace given here for capstone project. So you start your capstone project somewhere in the middle of your project, the program, where when you start understanding your machine learning and all that stuff, so that you have 2-3 months of time to actually work on your capstone project. Sometimes you may complete, some people may complete the capstone project within that 5 months, or there is 1 month grace given so that you can complete the capstone in that extra month. So we have actually created this project with this program or course, as you call it, uh, in a way that you get only small information. You will only be getting 1 hour course, 1 hour per day. Okay, it will be a 1 hour class per day, so that you're not getting a lot of information every day. You are going to digest the information in small pieces, just 1 hour, so that you can go back and understand and come back with doubts, and then so it will be easy to understand. That is why it is 1 hour per day class. It will be between 9 to 12 morning batches, and it's a 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. Okay, so this is, we actually want to talk about the teaching methodology here, because this has also come from the feedback from our experienced mentor who have been in IT for more than 25 years, who have been interviewing data science and candidates for more than 10 years. So basically, that is why we have special care given to the mathematical foundations. So what happens is, whenever you're learning a machine learning model, it is very likely that it will be requiring some kind of mathematical uh, concepts, understanding of mathematical concepts. Something like, you will have to have understanding of statistics, understanding of derivatives, integration, or any other mathematical linear algebra or something like that. Okay, quadratic equations and all that, matrix multiplications. So we will not directly jump on with those mathematical machine learning topics. What we do is in our lectures, what we do basically is we start with the basic refreshers, quick refreshers for those uh, mathematic topics that are required for your machine learning topics to actually understand those things. So we conduct basically one class for basically for those basic mathematics topics, so that uh, you are on the same page, you get up to speed for with those mathematical topics, and then we dive into the uh, actual mathematical topics. Okay, and the faculty that we have for your AIML courses that are being taken here, they are all working faculties, working professionals. So they are not like they are into this field for last 10 years only teaching. So they are on daily basis, they are into actually actual jobs. So they are getting upgraded with the right the latest technology, and accordingly we uh, periodically update this course as and when required. Okay, and the mathematical foundation is basically, so there are two ways to teach any mathematical machine learning stuff. One is basically I can just give you a formula, a Python code. This is the code to create a given mathematical model, and you create this way and it is done. It will start identifying object and will work with any image. And there is other mathematical side. So how actually that model is working internally? What are the mathematical equations that are happening in the model? So we have taken extra care to make sure that for every model that is being explained in the entire course, we also cover the mathematical side of the that particular model, how internally it works, what are was the mathematical functions, the loss functions, and all that stuff. You will get an in-depth understanding of the mathematical side as well, and we will try to understand why this mathematical understanding is so important in the coming slides. Okay. Now, so basically, the day you join, you will be joining a WhatsApp group where we believe that learning is a collaborative effort. So basically, you will be joining a group where you will have your colleagues and your mentor in the same group. The idea is that you will only be here for 1 hour in the class, and probably there are also labs where you can spend other time. If you don't have a laptop, you can use our uh, I mean, the machines in the lab here or Gachibowli, any lab is fine, wherever you're comfortable. And the idea is to actually promote collaborative learning, where you are connected with your team members and your faculty 24/7. So even at home, you're solving something and you have a doubt, you can post your doubt in the chat, or you can connect with your mentor one-on-one on a chat and get your clarifications. Okay, so that is the methodology we follow here. Now, this is another suggestions that we got from our people who have been in the data science field, interviewing data science candidate for more than 10 years. And one thing that we got was the the freshers that are facing the interview, right? They sound more of a theoretical, bookish. So whatever they learn is coming from a book. So to overcome that, what we have done here is, in all our modules, for every topic that is being taught, we make sure that we are not just teaching the topic with some dummy data set. We actually pick actual problems that were actually some actual problems. There were actually some real-time problems in past that have already been solved, and we take those examples to explain you the topics, the machine learning models, or we also give you assignments which are actually not from one domain, it is from different domains. So what happens here is you're not just learning the machine learning model, you're also gathering some understanding of the different domains here. Okay, and these examples that you see, they will be the real-time examples, which are actually the real-time industry problem in the past. Okay, so this will help you explain these the problems in the interview. When you explain this, this will not sound bookish. It is not something that is coming out of book, but this will be from the experience of the people who have already solved these problems. Okay. And these are actually industry problems that we have already talked about. Okay. Now the mathematical, we have already talked about this, and why this is important is because what happens in interviews is basically you are your interviewers. They will never ask you, give me a code for so and so model, give me a code for designing a object identification model, Python code, because all the times code is mostly 2 or 3 lines or maybe 4 lines of code to develop a model. They will be interested in understanding how you understand the working of the model, what's happening in the background of the model, what are the mathematical equations and how the model actually works, how it processes the image and all that stuff in the background, and how it is able to understand the image. So the mathematical understanding is very important, and that is what we stress upon in all these 5 months of a course. And this will help you stand out in the interview, because you will be able to connect with your interviewer on a different level when you're able to explain the mathematical side of your models. Now, this is one of the most important part of our course here. This will allow you to stand out in all the interviews, because basically once you're done with your capstone project, you will be able to talk about this for around 15-20 minutes, because uh, this will be a real-time experience. You can bring any topic of your choice from a real-time industry problem, or if you are not sure what to pick, our mentors will be there to help you out on deciding the topic. Okay, and throughout the tenure of this caption project, you will get a proper guidance from your mentors on wherever you're stuck. And there is a process, entire process for this caption project that we'll be looking at in the coming slide. So this is the process where you will first select a topic. Okay, then you'll propose the topic. You can work alone as a solo on the topic, or you can choose to work with your teammate. Okay, as a team. Okay, ideally it is recommended to work as a team, because when you work as a team, you get different perspective of the same problem from your teammates. Okay, you might be good at the mathematical side. Your teammate might be good at something else, maybe the data analysis, or maybe gathering the data, or maybe researching on internet. So you will get those advantages when you are working in a team, because as a data scientist or a data analyst, when you're working in a project, you have to have all the skills. You have to be good at research, because when you get a data set, it's a new data set that you might not understand at all. So you will have to have a very good research skill that you will be learning during this, and at the same time, you will have to be able to understand something that is completely new, which is out of your domain. And since we are also getting exposure to many domains, you will actually have understanding of all the domains in bits and pieces. Okay. Now, once you're done with that, then you will do your planning on how to research and planning. Basically, you will do the research on the topic and come up with some kind of documentation. Okay. You will be asked to prepare a documentation, basically an abstract and the working of the model and all that. So we will talk you about our mentors will take you through the format and all. They will be sharing, and you will have to follow that format. It will be the same format that is followed across the industry. So whenever you submit a white paper, the format that you follow there, we will encourage that format. Okay. And then once you are done with your theory part, once you are confident with your research, you will be implementing the project, and you will come up with the coding and all. Wherever you get stuck, yeah, our mentors will be there to help you. Here you will basically learn how to implement different kind of models for the same problem. All the models that you have learned across 5 months of your uh, tenure during the project. Okay, so you will be implementing these uh, different types of models, and then based on your understanding, you will calculate the performance matrix of these different models, and based on your understanding of the performance matrix, you will do some kind of analysis and come up with a conclusion that this model performs better than this, or this model is better for certain type of data. Okay, so all that you will be able to do once you go through all this process. Okay, And there will be review and feedback. Our mentors will review your work and they will suggest feedback. Based on that, you will modify or edit your draft, whatever you have prepared. And at the end, you will be preparing a presentation also of your work. This presentation will again follow the same format that we follow in the international that IEEE presentation. Okay, and you will be asked to present your work in front of your team. Okay. Okay, guys, there's a message here in the chat. People online, please open the link and fill your information so that our coordinator can get in touch with you if you need any further clarification about the project, about this program and the course, or you need any further doubt clarification. So do feel free to fill in those information so that at the end of the course we can reach out to you for the process.
The link is asking for the permission to fill the form.
Okay, okay. I'll just ask the coordinator to allow you. Okay. वो क्लिक कर रहा है तो कुछ परमिशन चाहिए. हाँ वो लिंक पे वो परमिशन के लिए पूछ रहा है. क्लिक कर लिंक है तो परमिशन के लिए चला रहा है. तो साथ So this is about the capstone project that you will be doing. This will start somewhere at the end of third month, so that you have 2 to 3 months of time to do your research and select your topic and implement your project. Okay. Now I'll just take you through some of the. Okay. If there is any issue accessing the link, please drop your message in the chat or unmute yourself. We'll guide you through. So yeah, so I'll just take you through some of the capstone projects that have been happening in the past batches. So this is one of the projects which was taken up by one of the batches, and this is basically a autonomous car which is driving itself following those tape marks. Okay, so I mean it's a particularly a personal choice, whatever you want to pick based on your interest. So as you can see here, you are with this kind of project, you can understand the kind of theoretical knowledge that you will have to implement here. You are there's a camera attached to it which is actually scanning the environment and then making a decision based on the environment. Well, where is the strip and where it needs to take a right or left or whatever. So you will be learning, how to implement all the theoretical concepts that you go through in this project. So these are some of the other capstone projects which were taken up by our batches. So one is the stock market prediction, which what we do here is we build a model which actually predicts the future prices of a stock based on the history. Okay, so you feed all the history data to a model, and it will come up with a graph where it will for the next 1 week it will show you the potential price of the given stock. And then there is a recommendation system project. What it is about is basically whenever you consume the online content on Netflix or Amazon, right? So you must have seen whenever you watch a certain type of genre, whether you are watching comedy, action, or something, you will only get that type of recommendation. Even on the online platform where like Amazon or Flipkart, when you search for a mobile, you start getting suggestions from your mobile. So those are called recommendation systems, which are a certain type of machine learning algorithm which cluster your what you call customers based on their taste and preferences. And every customer falls in a different cluster or a group, and for entire group, they send it certain types of recommendation. Okay. Now there is a chatbot development where this chatbot is basically about. So we talked about the call center, right? Whenever you roll out a product in the market, you also have a team in the background which is there for answering the queries of customers about the product. If they have any doubts about any features, they have any difficulties, there is a support team, right? This chatbot, what it does basically is you can actually create this model and feed all kind of the documentation about the product, whether it is a PDF, web, or uh, Word document. You can feed to this chatbot, and it will learn everything from that document within an hour or so. It will just get trained on that, and once it is trained, you can deploy it in the production. So people, now you don't need a team sitting at the background. People can log into this chatbot. They can type any question, and if that question exists in all your documents that you fed to the chatbot for training, it will be able to answer those questions to the. So this is the another caption project that has been taken up. Okay. Now this is one of the most important module, I would say, for freshers, because the feedback from our faculty members, mentors who have been interviewing the freshers in the different organizations for different positions, they found that the common problem with the freshers, like people who have less exposure or no exposure to the interview and MLF itself, they get nervous, or the kind of expression they give is not very confident. Okay, so that is why what we have done is we have included this interview preparation session in every module. Though it is appearing here module wise, but it is not module wise, it is topic wise. We conduct interview preparation every week. Every Saturday you have interview preparation. So all the 5 months, every Saturday. So every week, whatever you have covered in that week, for that part, all the interview questions will be covered, and along with the answers and proper explanation will be covered every Saturday. Okay. So all these 5 months of your time, every week, you are going to be trained on different types of questions for every module. Probably at the end of this 5 months, maybe around 1,000 questions, more than 1,000. You will be very familiar with those 1,000 questions. So what it will do is it will make you interview ready at the end of 5 months. You're not just learning uh, machine learning concepts, you're also learning how to, the interview questions themselves. So when you are appearing for your first interview, any question you face, they will probably be coming from those 1,000 or 1,500 questions that you have already gone through. So you will probably sound more confident and less like a fresher and more like a experienced guy. Okay. Now, as part of our interview preparation session, we also help you with the resume building. Our mentors will allow you to, they will help you build resume. So what happens is when you are applying for 10 different roles, 10 different job openings, all those 10 different, you can't apply the same resume, because some openings might be focusing more on object detection part, some will be more focused on NLP, some will be more focused on data analytics part, and so on, depending on the kind of project they are working and the kind of requirement or the domain they are in. Okay. So our mentors will help you to tailor your resume based on the given requirement. They will help you create 5 to 10 resumes, one for data scientist, one for data analyst, one for NLP. So you can apply a relevant resume for a relevant job. Now, why this might be very important? You might think this may not be that important, but what happens is when you are sending a resume to an opening, the person at the receiving end, right? They are receiving 10,000 resumes, and they don't have like 10 hours to filter out the top 100 resumes. They will look at each resume for 1 second or 2 seconds, and they will filter. So if they are looking for an NLP or maybe data analyst, and if they find one particular comment saying data analyst or NLP in that resume, they will filter it. They will select it, and probably then round one they will further filter it out. Okay, so that is the kind of time you get for the. Okay, I'll just inform them. Okay, so this is how the resume building will help you grab the opportunity. Okay, so and the interview questions, they are not just common interview questions that you see on the internet, but since our mentors are actually working professionals, they also get you the real-time question from their experience, plus uh, the questions are updated regularly based on the changing technology. Now that we have seen all the bits and pieces of the course and understand what this course can offer you, I'm just going to stress upon the most important things that you will take away from this course. And based on that, you can take a call whether to out for this course or not. So at the end of this course, you will be able to apply for any of these job openings, because we have gone through all the most of the job openings and looked at the requirements, all the tools that are being asked and all the questions that are being asked. Those topics are part of our uh, 5 months tenure of the course. Okay, so you will be able to apply to all these openings, and we will be allow. Our mentor will also help you tailor the resume for these all these openings. Okay. Now that once you are done with this course, the kind of skill set you're going to have, let's say you are in an interview, and you can just imagine at the end of course what all you can talk about in a interview. You will be able to talk about the real world assignments. You can talk about if let us say you are facing an interview where the product is about in the medical domain. So you will be able to talk about those 4 or 5 medical projects that you have already worked during this 5 months of course. You can talk about the object detection that you built for a particular chest X-ray project that you did in the medical domain, or probably the decision tree that you created for solving a heart patient data set in a medical domain. Okay, so that way it will allow you to connect with the interviewer on a different dimension when you have this kind of a experience. Okay, solving different kind of problems in a different domain. So these are the first 2 points. Now, for the entire 5 months, you are looking at different types of interview questions for every module. Okay. So at the end of 5 months, you will be very familiar with most of the questions. Okay. And when you go to the interview, any question that you see, it will not sound like a new question. Okay. I just want to stop here for a 10 second and go through the chat here. Let me just try to open this link. People are complaining that it's asking for permission. So when you open the link, you will see this kind of. Okay, are you guys able to see my screen? I think I did not share the entire screen. So when you open the screen, you will see something like this. Are you guys able to see the form? Can somebody confirm?
Yes.
Yeah, you will be able to see this kind of screen. You just have to enter your details, so our coordinator can get in touch with you with all kind of clarification you might have around the course. Okay.
Already helped me.
Okay. So now
And I have one doubt. Can I ask? Can I ask you?
sorry, is there a question? Please go ahead.
Yeah. As you said before, there are multiple roles in a different domain, right? How many projects you are going to deliver to us?
So, roughly 20. We haven't counted, but let me take you through this module again. So,
Because because as you said before, there are multiple domains like in the medical sector and also in IT sector and also in
correct.
other many sectors, right? There is one single capstone project will not provide us that kind of experience, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
So let me just explain a bit about this multiple domain and capstone. There are two different. They are two different things. Okay. So basically, what happens is when you, I will not talk about the foundation here. Let's start from the machine learning itself. So when you do a supervised machine learning algorithm, something like KNN or linear regression model, so there are different types of supervised machine learning models. So when I teach you, when our mentor teaches you KNN model or probably let us say vision model, something like an object detection model or something like a natural language processing model, they will teach you first on a dummy data set. We can't start with a real-time data set because first our intent is to explain you how the model is created, how the model is developed. So we take a very simple data set where we can focus not on the complexity of data, but on the complexity of the model itself. Once you are comfortable with how to create a model, then we take a real-time data set, which is from a previously solved problem, maybe from any domain, medical domain or any manufacturing domain. That is one problem for one model. Okay. Once you are done with that problem, we may also make you solve one more problem in the class itself, but you will get 2 or 3 assignment problems for the same model. Those 3 assignments will be from 3 different domains. Okay, that is what I meant when I meant from different domains. So when you're solving, let us say we have 3 models in supervised machine learning model. So you will get 3 problems for each one of those models, plus 2 assignments from all these models. They might fall in the same domain, they might fall in a different domain. So it is not like per module you are getting 3 assignments. Per topic you are getting 2 or 3 assignments. So eventually you are going to get somewhere around 20 or maybe 30, 40. We have not counted, but it is a lot, because in every module you have almost 10 different kind of algorithms. Every algorithm will have we will teach you 1 or 2 data set, and then 1 or minimum 2 data set for assignments. So that is how you will be learning like 30 roughly 30 odd different problems that you will solve. But capstone is not like our assignment problem. Capstone is a real-time problem. So what is different in capstone is and assignment is, in assignment you will get a data set which is ready-made. The problem, the industry problem has already been solved. The data set is already ready. You got the data set. But in capstone you start from scratch. There is no data. You might choose a problem that does not have a defined data. So you will probably go on different sites, do a web scraping, capture the data from there probably, and then transform the data. So you will have to do data collection, data cleaning, and then process the data to basically make it convert into something that can be used to build a model. Okay, so there is a lot of process required in order to prepare a data so that we can build a model on that data. That you will learn in a capstone project. Okay, data processing, data uh, pre-processing techniques that you will apply. So there are a lot of challenges that you come across when you do data collection and data processing. So that is what is a journey that you have to go through, and you will eventually go through that journey in all of your real-time project that you work in an organization. Okay, so that is how a capstone project is completely different from an assignment. I hope I answered your question. If there is any further clarification you need, please let me know.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question, guys? I'll just let me go through the chat. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Unmute yourself, interrupt me, and ask a question. And let's go back to where we were. So now we have seen how you'll be able to describe this data and be able to connect to the interviewer on a different level when you have some domain exposure and also real world examples. And since you're also doing this, solving this interview problems for every week for 5 months, you will not hesitate in answering a question. And the question will be partially or mostly uh, something that you've already gone through. It will not be a completely new question. Okay, so you will be very comfortable, and probably you will sound more like a experienced person who already knows the question and has already solved the problem. Okay, and mathematical thing we have already seen. So basically, interviewer are more inclined towards understanding the candidate's understanding of how he understands the models on a mathematical perspective. Okay, so you will also get that from our course. Okay, and the capstone project itself you can explain for 15-20 minutes, where you can talk about the challenges that you face in collecting the data, cleaning the data, then transforming the data, and also capstone project is not just about building the model. There is also a process after capstone, after you build the model. So capstone itself is about creating the documentation of the product, uh, creating a presentation also, and doing the presentation in front of the audience. So all that you can talk about, and you can talk about the learnings that you do, that you get from the. So basically, the challenge that you will face, right? Those will be your learning. You can summarize that in your uh, interview also. Okay, something like the different uh, challenges you faced while scraping the data, the different libraries you used while collecting the data from different sources, or maybe DB or XML files, or maybe JSON files, something like that. Moving on. So basically, eventually, when you prepare your resume, as a fresher, you don't have much to write. You might just write, I'm very good at Python or something like that, or very good at so and so topic. But here, now that you have assignments on different domains and caption project, you can mention a list of maybe 10-20 topics where you have exposure of building different kind of models on different real-time projects which fall in different domain. So there is a lot to talk about in your portfolio. You can mention a lot of things, and that is only going to make your entire portfolio impressive and make you stand out in a any interview where people are going to only have a plain resume where they talk about I have a very good understanding, strong knowledge of this so and so ML topic, and where you can talk about your caption project, you can talk about your the presentation you did, maybe the documentation you did, and the various real-time projects that you solve from different domains. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much about.
Portfolio, yeah, portfolio in the sense like what are you going to just provide the projects or like provide any particular link for that kind of digital?
Yeah, so basically, when you build a resume, right? These days,
Yes.
the older resume that you have seen, right? I mean, in my
Yes.
time, we used to have. Sorry. Yeah, in my time, like maybe 20 years back, we used to have resume where they used to be 3, 4 pages long, right? So
Yes.
we used to talk about everything. But these days, if you look at the resumes, they're just 1 or 2 pages where you're talking about the highlights. On the left side,
Yeah.
you have boxes and the tick marks on the skills and all, and some high-level pointers on one page. So on that one page, portfolio basically is about your experience. It's so basically whenever you create your resume, you can talk about those 10, 15 things that you have, apart from just saying that I am very good at Python or very good at so and so ML models and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
and also, are you providing the portfolio which is kind of digital format, kind of,
yeah.
like,
You will get
yeah,
all kind of different formats, and you will be able to choose the format that you like. You know,
yeah,
so
yeah,
resume building is part of our resume preparation module. As
yeah.
I
I think resume building is different and the portfolio is different as of I aware of. I'm asking about the portfolio which is in a like website, a separate website for the person
yeah.
to
If you are
showcase the
making a
skills. Yeah.
separate website, so
Okay.
even if you look at the portfolio, right, it will not be very
Uh-huh.
different from your resume. But if you need
Yes.
any help, our mentor will be there to help you. So
Yeah.
what kind of information you want to put, in what format you want to put, what is the language you want to use, all that our
Mhm.
mentors will help you.
Okay.
So
For
portfolio,
every opportunity, your mentors will help us to create the resume, right?
come again, I missed that.
For each and every opportunity on for different field or else a different sector, and you are going to take the responsibility to create the
Yeah.
resume, right?
As I
As
told
per
you,
the
right?
description.
So these are the different opportunities that you might be able to apply for, and we will help you build a different resume for each of them.
Okay. Actually, your slides were not visible at that time because I don't know what the glitch is. You keep on going saying, and the slides were not visible. And also, I mentioned in the chat. Nobody,
Okay,
responded. Yeah.
is it for everybody? Anybody else was facing that issue? My slides are not visible.
Previously, at the starting point, there was about 22, 27 members. Now it's about 8 members. I don't know.
Oh,
Nobody
okay,
will respond. Yeah.
okay. Okay, then maybe I missed the chat. Let me just.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's fine. Uh, I have a good clarity about that. Yeah. Please continue.
Okay, so yeah, we have actually talked about the resume building part, and this is where this was. And as I mentioned earlier, we will help you build a slightly different resume because it is always required to send out a resume which is in line with the requirement that is being asked in the job opportunity. Okay, that allows you to you know get the attention of the person who is filtering the resume. So you have more chances of getting selected. So that
One more doubt is about like while I'm preparing for my like kind of course, it's about 5 months, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. For the data analyst and the data science, it takes around 2 to 3 months to
correct.
complete the
So
course, right?
data analyst is
Like
only the initial.
after the completion of 2 months, can I apply for the data analytics roles?
Yeah, all the data analyst techniques will be covered by that.
Yeah, and during the in the middle of the course, can I apply for that?
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
for data analyst, you need statistics, visualization, Python. Okay.
Yes.
All that
Yeah.
will be covered in first 2 or 3 months. After that, you are going
Yeah.
to be applying for data analyst.
Okay. Or else, is there anything that kind of rule you have to complete about 5 months? After that, you have to.
No,
Uh,
no. For data analyst, they can apply after 2 3 months because all the data
yeah.
analyst
Cool.
techniques will be done by them.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. If you have any questions, please go ahead. We're open for questions. And if you don't have any questions, feel free to drop if you have already filled the form. Uh, well and good. Otherwise, fill the form so you can. Our coordinators can get in touch with any kind of clarification you might have. Okay. Otherwise, feel free to drop. We are pretty much done with this step. I'll keep the meeting running for another couple of minutes and then I'll